After seeing this week's favorable inflation data, the market has been on an absolute tear. Is it possible, ladies and gentlemen, that the Bitcoin bottom is finally in? Or is this more so looking like it could be a trap before a plunge deep down into the crypto abyss? Let's dive in and analyze. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Kirby here, your cryptocurrency expert, back with another edition of the daily live stream. So let's not waste any time and get right down to it. Now, if you are subscribed to this channel, then you would know that I've been pointing out that Bitcoin has still yet to prove that the bear market is over. And why is that? Simply put, we are still on a lower high and lower low trajectory. Bitcoin has not yet climbed to a new higher high. This is classic bear market activity. It's not that the bottom can't be in, it's that we don't have a confirmation of a new higher high yet. For me, climbing to a new higher high would have to get us up above 32,500 roughly. Okay, that would be confirmation number one of, hey, maybe we did stick in a bottom down here at about 17,500. And for the first time throughout this entire bear market, we finally stuck in that higher high. And then from there, if we see a correction, we would optimally like to see a higher low created for the first time throughout the bear market to then symbolize, hey, maybe we've changed the trajectory from a series of lower highs and lower lows to a new series of higher highs and higher lows. Let's get this crypto. Okay, so in a nutshell, that's basically what I'm saying in terms of, is the bottom in? Well, we have to start examining the facts because, as you should all know, I've been under the firm belief here that it's possible that we still could capitulate further down, right? Not that we have to. There are no certainties or guarantees in trading, and I'm not indefinitely short. For some reason, people think I'm short all the time. They think that I'm saying that this must go down. That's absolutely not true. In fact, I've taken several long positions throughout this bear market period, depending upon where we've been in the trend, okay? So if we were to drop lower, let me just preface it, set the table with this before we continue further, okay? If we were to continue to drop, my eyes are still set on this green range here at about 12,000 down to about 10,000 flat. This doesn't mean that we have to go there. I'm saying if we still capitulate and the Wall Street cheat sheet psychology of a market cycle type of cycle has not ended yet, to me, that's where I would look for a speculative bottom to come in. But we have to start talking realistically about the possibility that 17,500 was the bottom. And you may think I'm crazy for even saying that. What do you mean, Kirby? There's a recession. Inflation is going crazy. There's a war. There's this, there's that. You are 100% correct, my friend. The thing is that right now, the markets, not only crypto, but the traditional equities markets as well, these are some of the most crazy conditions I've ever seen. And I've been watching these markets, playing these markets for a very long time, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very atypical market environment that we're in across the board. I mean, just take a look at the S&P 500 here, folks. We have now seen several consecutive weeks in a row of upward action. And I mean significant upwards action from bottom to the top. Per Friday's close, we are now seeing the S&P 500 up over 17%. Savage, heinous, borderline ludicrous, if you do in fact ask me, but it is what it is. Now, this may not make that much sense when you look at it from a surface level perspective, right? Inflation alone has been ruining the market. So why now, with the CPI data coming in at 8.5%, why all of a sudden would this market see this as the green light to just start ripping to the upside? Well, the fact of the matter is, folks, is that 8.5% was better than last month's reading of 9.1%, but 8.5% is still huge, right? That's not good. Their target is generally 2% inflation. It's at 8.5 currently. So some market participants right now are a little baffled by what's going on here, right? I told you guys on my last stream, if you are subscribed to this channel, rather several streams ago, that when that CPI data comes out, if it was lower, we were probably going to see an upwards move in the market. Okay. Now, here's the interesting thing. Right now, the U.S. is in a technical recession. I mean, they're trying to change the definition of that. Take it for what you will. There have been 2 consecutive quarters of negative GDP. Okay, forever and a day that's been called a recession. Now they're trying to say that it's not, or whatever, right? So the U.S. is in a technical recession, and inflation has seemingly peaked at 9.1% and pulled back to 8.5%, right? So what happens in a recession? Generally, people lose their jobs. And generally, people consume less than they were before. They spend less, okay? So when consumer demand is dropping because people are saving rather than spending on everything because money is more scarce at this point, that is disinflationary, okay? So yes, even though the U.S. is in a recession and you may think that this is terrible for the stock market and crypto, well, if it was inflation that was really putting a pressure on this market, well, we're seeing inflation potentially peaked out at 9.1%. And if the U.S. is going to continue to stay in recession, theoretically, that means that people should be spending less, which should slow the velocity of money. The velocity of money means how quickly currency changes from one person's hand to another. If that starts to slow down, that would mean theoretically that inflation would slow down as well. So it's a very, very interesting dynamic here, folks, where actually the recession could be bullish for the markets. Let's get this crypto. I mean, that's a deep topic here, folks. If you appreciate what I'm sharing with you here, make sure you hit that thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm. Thanks for the thumbs up. And if you're brand new, welcome to the most must-see and most realistic Bitcoin analysis show on YouTube, period. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, tick the little bell, and select all. Welcome to the channel. So it's possible that inflation has peaked, and it's possible that the recession could bring the inflation rate down even further, which could be bullish for the markets moving forward. Let's get this crypto. I just want you to understand that before we continue forward with the video. And before we get back to Bitcoin, I just want you to take a look at the monthly chart on the S&P 500 here, and this indicator I have pulled up called the CM Williams VIX Fix on TradingView, okay? This is the monthly chart. Now, notice, when this goes from green back to gray, it has had a tendency to pick bottoms of large significant downturns. Not every time, right? You could see up here back in early 2022, it failed, right? No indicator is perfect. But just take a look here, okay? Back at the global health uncertainty debacle, we dumped, we went to green, to gray, the bottom was in. Back here in 2018, right, we did have one fake out. Again, nothing's perfect, but the second green candle, once it turned to gray, boom, bottom was in again. Then back here in 2016, right, green to gray, the bottom was in, led to a significant bull run. Back here in the financial crisis of 2008/2009, green to gray, and the bottom was in, okay? And then even going back here, folks, to the dot-com bubble, okay? Green to gray, and the bottom was in. So just understand this, and let's go back to Bitcoin. We're looking at the monthly time frame here on Bitcoin as well, using the same indicator, okay? Take a look back here in 2019 at the bottom of the bear market. Green to gray, and the bottom was in, okay? Sure, we had one fake out here after the first sell-off from 20K, but it is what it is. Again, nothing's perfect. And then back here in 2015, green to gray, and the bottom was in. Right now, folks, you just can't make this stuff up. Ding, 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 chicken wings for dinner, tofu if you're vegan. We have seen it go from green to gray after our sick plunge from 69,000 down to 17,000. Let's get this crypto. So, to me, folks, it's possible. I'm keeping the door open here that the bottom could be in, right? There's nothing guaranteed here. I'm just stating that if the U.S. equities market is going to continue to rise here, Bitcoin has been very closely correlated to the U.S. equities market over the past year. And we're seeing this indicator flash these signals that have historically called market cycle bottoms. Of course, past performance does not indicate future results. It's just that if the recession is going to lower inflation, it's possible that the bottom could be in across the board, right? And if that is in fact the case, just understand, ladies and gentlemen, that if inflation starts to come down because people are spending less and the velocity of money has essentially shriveled up, right? If the US is still in a recession, okay, meaning that GDP is still negative, even though inflation has come down, what do you think the Federal Reserve is going to do in order to get the GDP back up? Ladies and gentlemen, they would have to start dropping the rates, okay? You hike rates when the economy is booming. You lower rates when the economy is in peril and in recession. Right now, it's a little weird because inflation was so high that they were forced to drop the rates even though we are in a recession, okay? But if inflation comes down, right, then we're in a recession. They may actually then have to lower the rates back down. So now if you go back to low inflation and a rate lowering cycle rather than a rate hiking cycle, which we've been in now for the past several months, well, folks, this could, in my opinion, be enough to trigger another bull run, not only in Bitcoin, not only crypto, but possibly the equities market as well. So I'm keeping the door open here, right? This isn't some moon boy analysis. Oh, Kirby, so you're bullish now. Well, the data that we got this week, the new CPI data showing that inflation has possibly peaked, and just how bullishly the market responded in the equities market. I mean, folks, this thing is just chugging along here, right? It's possible, folks, right, that we could have some type of W bottom here, and that if these numbers, in terms of the inflation, and then possibly at some point in 2023, seeing the Fed actually start to lower rates again to stimulate, get these banks and institutions to borrow, to then buy more stocks and cryptos, etc., right? That it's possible that we're starting to see a Fed pivot here, right? And that's what the market is essentially betting on, is that the Fed is pivoting from hard monetary policy back to soft, right? And if that is in fact the case, that the bull run could continue. So I'm keeping the door open right now that the bottom could possibly be in. But still keep in mind, as I pointed out earlier in the video, we have yet to create a higher high. We are still possibly right now in a bearish rising wedge pattern formation, which, per classical technical analysis theory, are bearish continuation patterns, right? They generally come into play during downtrends. They're short-term upside corrections, okay? In a bull market, corrections are to the downside, right? That's why in bull markets you buy the dip. In bear markets, corrections are to the upside, okay? And this is where a lot of people get trapped, okay? Because it corrects to the upside and then drops again. That's why these are bearish continuation patterns. So it's a very, very unique spot that we're in right now, ladies and gentlemen, right? The chart still shows that we're possibly in a bear market, but in terms of monetary policy and what we're seeing with inflation possibly peaking, well, things may be getting ready to turn around here, okay? So it's important to be nimble in these markets. It's important to understand the environment that we're in and not overlook any data to continue a bias in one direction or the other. You guys know that until this data came out and until I saw that reaction in the equities markets, I was more bearish than I am right now. But the data comes in and I have to adjust my analysis, right? So right now, like I said, very, very unique market conditions right now. You can see we are butting up right now on this trend line of resistance. At the time of recording, we've actually been rejected here twice over the past 3 days. So we have to see, is Bitcoin going to break out and look to possibly test up towards 27 to 30,000? Or could this actually just be a bearish pattern in a bearish downtrend? And if we break this upward sloping line of support, could we look to possibly test back down towards our low of 17.5? Let's get this crypto. All right, so right now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm preparing to potentially crush this next market move whichever way it breaks. And I will be keeping you personally updated in VIP with all of my real-time trade setup ideas, entry ideas, strategy ideas, everything just like that in absolute real time. You can see an example of my VIP trade setup ideas and alerts on your screen right now. On the left is a trade setup idea where I went short on Bitcoin all the way back up here, ladies and gentlemen, before the trap door gave way. While all of the moon boys said that we were going to continue higher, the bottom is in, Kirby, the bottom is in. No, little Jimmy, the bottom wasn't in. And in fact, the Don went short. Shout out to my VIPs. I kept you guys up to date in real time. And I wound up crushing that move to the downside for an absolutely huge, gigantic profit. And you can see on the right side, those were all of the alerts that were posted as I updated you with my position. Let's get this crypto. The Don struck gold again. So if you are interested in seeing my strategy ideas, entry ideas, trade setup ideas in real time for all of these next moves in the market, well, ladies and gentlemen, today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from average Joe into savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. I'll see you inside VIP right now after this video. Do not miss my next critical VIP trade setup idea and alert. Let's go. And hey, if you enjoyed here today, all I ask for is a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. Thanks for the thumbs up. And if you're brand new, welcome to the most must-see and most realistic Bitcoin analysis show on YouTube, period. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, tick the little bell, and select all so you do not miss any more of these important Bitcoin updates. Welcome to the channel. And until next time, folks, the Don has spoken. Be safe, be happy, be healthy. It's your boy, Crypto Kirby. Peace and love, my friends. Curbs. Oh, and before I forget, don't fall for any of the fake Kirby accounts posting down in the comment section. They create fake accounts with a nearly identical username and logo to mine, then they reply to your comments with phone numbers and email addresses trying to get you to contact them. You can see several examples on your screen right now. Do not contact these people. So here's how you can verify that it's my actual real account. It's very simple. When you're watching a video on my channel, my real account will always have a gray nameplate behind my name. I also have a verified checkmark from YouTube. And just to make it even more obvious that it's me, I always leave a creator heart on my comments. Only the channel owner can leave a creator heart. So if you see the heart plus the gray background and the verified checkmark, you know that it's me. If you don't see those things, then it's obviously a fake account. It's as simple as that. They're also creating fake accounts over on Telegram now. So if you are ready to become a VIP, do not go on Telegram and search Crypto Kirby or Crypto Kirby VIP. You're going to find all fake results. My group is private. When you search that in the search bar, you're getting public results. They're all fake. They're all imposters. So if you're ready to join VIP, the only way to do so is to click the link either in the pinned comment or in the description of my video. If you search for Crypto Kirby or Crypto Kirby VIP anywhere else, you're going to be getting in contact with a fake. Only use the links in either the pinned comment or the description of my official video. Stay safe and stay smart, my friends. I'll see you in VIP right now after this video. Let's get this crypto.
Material in this video has no regard to the specific investment objectives, financial situation, or particular needs of any viewer. This video is presented solely for informational and entertainment purposes and is not to be construed as a recommendation, solicitation, or an offer to buy or sell/long or short any securities, commodities, cryptocurrencies, or any related financial instruments. Nor should any of its content be taken as investment advice. Crypto Kirby is not a financial advisor. The views expressed in this video are completely speculative opinions and do not guarantee any specific result or profit. Trading and investing is extremely high risk and can result in the loss of all of your capital. Any opinions expressed in this video are subject to change without notice. Crypto Kirby is not under any obligation to update or keep current the information contained herein. Crypto Kirby may have an interest in the securities, commodities, cryptocurrencies, and or derivatives of any entities referred to in this material. Crypto Kirby accepts no liability whatsoever for any loss or damage of any kind arising out of the use of all or any part of this material. Crypto Kirby recommends that you consult with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment or trading decisions. Thank you for watching and have a great day.